A 4-episode role in Season 1 of HBO's House of the Dragon made Emma Darcy a breakout star. This season, Darcy reigns at the top of the call sheet. One recent morning in London, the British actor Emma Darcy was dealing with an emergency. They were in a studio, re-recording voiceover as Rhaenyra Targaryen for the second season of HBO's hit Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon. It was the 4th time they had recorded this dialogue, and each time they were confronted by an enormous screen showing their face, surrounded by unfinished special effects. It was like a rather brutal Groundhog Day, they said, adding that the process of repression happens very quickly when you've got a job to do. As the breakout star of House of the Dragon, which returns for its second season, Darcy, 31, has had to adjust to seeing their image blown up. Emma is literally the face on the poster, Ryan Condell, a dragon creator and showrunner, said, adding that he couldn't imagine what it must be like taking that on but also still being an artist and a serious student of the craft. Darcy has been grappling with this tension since Dragon first aired in 2022, when it became HBO's most-watched premiere. Set 200 years before Game of Thrones, the show centers on the Targaryen dynasty before its dramatic fall. Darcy's headstrong dragon rider, Rhaenyra, who must defend her claim to the Iron Throne, quickly emerged as a fan favorite. In the coming 8-episode season, Darcy appears in every episode, whereas in the first 10-episode season, Millie Alcock played a younger version of Rhaenyra in 6. What I realized retrospectively is, for episodes, moi. Darcy said, miming a chef's kiss. The second season was more emotionally difficult, too. At the end of Season 1, Rhaenyra's son Luke is killed by a dragon, and so Darcy's character is stricken with grief, they said. She's made an island by her loss, radiating a violent, vile feeling like a hatred feeling. Matt Smith, who plays Rhaenyra's uncle-turned-husband, Demon, said that Darcy had an ability to be in one's tragic self, quite openly. As an artist, Darcy's focus was forensic, and driven by a laser intellect. He added, growing up in Gloucestershire, Darcy's parents encouraged artistic expression. Their mother was an illustrator, and their father, who worked in security, was an obsessive painter and photographer. As a child, Darcy watched a VHS tape of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat so many times that it became noisy and streaky. They became completely obsessed with the musical's narrator, who had short blonde hair and a trench coat. That character is in charge, and had this androgynous appearance, Darcy said. I thought, I would like to be like you. After a challenging high school experience, Darcy spent a formative year studying art, specializing in sculpture. For me, it was like fireworks in the brain, they said. They studied fine art at Oxford University's Ruskin School of Art and spent their early 20s co-running a theater company, directing and designing sets alongside acting. Darcy recalled, I'd been growing my hair out to look more feminine because I thought that would help me get an agent. When they got one in 2016, they had a total panic and wondered if they would have to choose between acting and living authentically. In 2020, when HBO asked Darcy to confirm their pronouns, they realized they wouldn't have to make that choice. Becoming recognizable was a con, but Darcy felt confident that if you stop being on telly, it goes away. Since the show's first season aired, they have cycled around London and had a completely normal time, partly thanks to the wig they wear as Rhaenyra, which is waist-length and platinum blonde. I owe it a huge debt of gratitude, Darcy said, running a hand through their short, tousled brown hair. Darcy wasn't always comfortable with the set hierarchies on House of the Dragon. I found the set hierarchies particularly difficult to make sense of, they said, preferring the all-hands-on-deck approach from their theater company days. In 2022, Darcy gained more attention after a video went viral of them explaining their favorite drink, a Negroni Sbagliato, with Prosecco in it, to their Dragon co-star Olivia Cooke. Cooke, who plays Alicent, Rhaenyra's nemesis and former best friend, described Darcy's voice as earthy and resonant and quite sensual, adding that she could listen to them read the ingredients on a cereal box. As Season 2 of House of the Dragon premieres, Darcy will be on stage in London, appearing in Bluets, an experimental play directed by Katie Mitchell and based on the book by Maggie Nelson. Darcy, Ben Whishaw, and Kayla Meikle play the same character, a woman navigating different aspects of heartbreak and its accompanying blues. Mitchell said that casting 3 actors with different gender identities was meant to have a quiet conversation about what is female experience in the broadest sense. Darcy performs with a caustic sense of humor, emphasizing the character's neuroses. Mitchell noted that Darcy's visual arts training gave them an awareness of how to be both within a character and to also have an external view of what's going on conceptually around them. Darcy has recently been invited to play more masculine roles. The hope is that there are more of those roles floating around, they said. Still, it had been a long time since they had been on screen wearing pants, situated in the modern day. I'd love to be here, they said. I'm ready to be in the present.